Yeah, hello guys. Good morning, guys, and welcome to the Football Fans Zone with me, Timber Banks. Now, I am talking all Team Tem and Eric Ten Hag. It's either Ten Hag is deluded and crazy, or we football lovers are crazy and deluded. We don't know anything about football. And I do not care whatever anybody will say about what Ten Hag said. That is a bloody rubbish. And I cannot even believe he has come outside to say what he actually said. I've been saying something for a very long time. Injury is a part of football. Injury is part of football. And I do not really understand why Ten Hag will always use injury as an excuse. I, for one, don't know why he does that. I don't know why Ten Hag uses injury as an excuse. And this is only going to end to one thing. He's going to end up being sacked. Honestly, I for one, I don't understand how Manchester United fan feels whenever this guy talks crap or whenever he does press conference. I don't know how they feel. He said lots of crap, lots of rubbish. And I'm going to make you guys, read through it. Now he says here, Eric Ten Hag has claimed Manchester United could have easily have won another 40 matches during his time as a manager, but for injuries. Meaning he's blaming injury as a factor that is making Manchester United, play like a crap team. He's blaming injury as a factor that is not allowing Manchester United, win games. And what I call that's an excuse, guys. For me, that's an excuse. Honestly, I don't know. But for me, that is an excuse. And I was saying this thing yesterday, according to what I was saying yesterday, I said, one thing we need to understand is this. We can never use injury as an excuse. We've added the like of Manchester City. They have been playing for a very long time without Kevin De Bruyne. They were playing without Helen Haaland. These two players are two very important players for Manchester City. They were still winning games. Now, you will want to tell me Manchester City and United players are not on the same level. Fine and good. You've got a team like Liverpool. You want to say they're not on the same level. But consider the fact that Liverpool are playing with the youth team. I can still agree with you guys that Liverpool, they are not on the same level. Fine and good. I want to use somebody that they are on the level. Tottenham Hotspur. We have seen this guy called Ange Postecoglou came into Tottenham. He lost the best player, like the world-class player he had in his team He lost him to Bayern Munich. He lost him to Bayern Munich. And what happened? Did that stop him from playing good football at Tottenham? No. He lost most of the important players he signed, even James Maddison. Did it stop him from winning games? Did it stop him from playing good football? No, it never did. Because I would really love to have the conversation with anybody. I would love to have this conversation with anybody. What Ten Hag is doing here is just bloody excuses. I would love to have the conversation with anybody. Now, it says Manchester United host Everton on Saturday without 10 players after conceding, after consecutive Premier League defeat by Fulham and Manchester City. Everton are without a win in 10 league games. And if the pull of a shocker at Old Trafford, it will be another blow to Ten Hag as he attempts to impress the new minority owner, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, regardless of player availability. One thing is this, guys. I, for one, understand that because I've watched Manchester United when they play Rasmus Højlund. Even before he started banging in the goals, I was saying it about this lad. I said there is something he gives to Manchester United. Aside the fact that he does not score goals, his work rate is nothing you can doubt about. His work rate is always, spot on. His work rate is something I love. And whenever he's not playing, we see it. But the problem I get is this. Ten Hag creates problem for himself. You are only missing Rasmus Højlund. What he does is this. Because he's losing one player, he end up taking that player, putting another player, then end up spoiling the front line. What he does is this. Now you bring Garnacho, whereby we have seen him in recent game. He has been good on the right. Rashford has been fine on the left. You could easily play Bruno Fernandes as a first nine. You could easily play Ahmad. You could easily play Anthony. Give him time. Give him game time. He does not do that. What he does is this. He takes Rashford. Sorry. He takes Rashford up front. Then Garnacho to the left. Garnacho to the left. Then probably Bruno Fernandes on the right. Sorry, guys. And that is how Ten Hag end up messing things for himself. Ten Hag has completed all 10 games in charge of Manchester United. He has won 61. Now you get people talking about Ten Hag as the number one, as the most win game ratio in the history of Manchester United. And that is a lie. If he had it, that was then, not now anymore. Mourinho is still the one who has more wins after 100 games. Ten Hag has 61, Mourinho has 62. Now, he says, this is what he says. He says, we are going in the right direction. Can you imagine Ten Hag, what he said? He said, Manchester United are going in the right direction. And this is where I want to ask a question. Is it just me? Or I am crazy? With what I have seen so far, like with what I have seen so far from the first year of Ten Hag and the second year of Ten Hag, I do not see what he's trying to tell me here that they are going in the right direction. I do not. And you get some Manchester United fans talking about Ten Hag overachieving in his first season. But what their fans forget to understand is that Ten Hag is achieving or achieved whatever he achieved in his first year because Chelsea were crap, Liverpool were crap, Tottenham were crap. Most teams were rubbish. And that is why Ten Hag was able to come to the Premiership and we won the Carabao Cup. Now he's saying, imagine if United had more players available. Because I am failing to understand what this guy is saying. I am failing to understand. You cannot be telling me here that I should imagine more players being available, whereby I can count so many players that are available. I can count so many players, even players he signed. He signed these players and ends up not giving them game time. And it's coming to talk about we should imagine if they had more players available. The question is this: what would he have done with those players? Because the reason I'm saying this is this. You look at the players that are injured. Who are the players injured? Malaysia, Luke Shaw, Martinez, Lisandro Martinez, Luke Shaw, Malaysia, Mason Mount. Who again? Rasmus Højlund. Now, the question is this. Out of all these people I mentioned, I can tell you, you had so many players. Yes, you might have injury to Lisandro Martinez. But you have Johnny Evans that has been covering up. You had Maguire that have been doing well. They might not be up to the level or caliber to Lisandro Martinez, but at least they are doing the job. Mason Mount, you were never picking Mason Mount initially. You were not picking him. He was not picking Mason Mount. So I don't understand this crap talk of injury. I do not. Or you want to say about Anthony Martial. You were not picking Anthony Martial. Either way, you were not picking him. So the only thing I can see is this. If you're talking about player availability, the only two players I know you use very well is Lisandro Martinez and Rasmus Højlund. Others, you don't use them. So when you are complaining about injury, who are the players are you talking about? Who are they? Then you come outside to say such nonsense about you guys going in the right direction. That is where you know a manager that, like, he knows, Ten Hag knows very well that his time is done. He knows he's working on a very, very thin line. He knows that very, very well. Very well. He knows that very well. Sometimes Ten Hag can be very, very surprised with things to say. And he never stopped there. He did not. He did not. He did not. That's what they. He said, if not for the injuries, they could have easily have 75 wins, and that tells the future, the bright future of the of the team, of this club, of this team. Like, I give up on Ten Hag, actually. Honestly, I give up on this guy. He's just so fucking deluded, man. He's honestly deluded. He's deluded. He's deluded, man. That's the only thing I can say. I can just, say, yeah. He's deluded. And you ask yourself, how are these people defending this man? How are the likes of, Mark Gobridge defending this guy? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. If there is something a manager should never ever use as an excuse, it's injury. You have been backed. Like, no manager ever since Sir Alex Ferguson left this club, no manager has been backed the way Ten Hag has been backed. This guy have been given £400 million to sign players. And you get people like Mark Gobridge want to cover up for him. Yet, he forgets that Ten Hag demanded that he makes the signing himself. He demanded for it. Because when you talk, it tells you that is on the sporting director. I am sorry. Ten Hag decided on players he wanted. Ten Hag was also cool. He agreed to whatever money they signed players. He wanted all the power. He wanted the power to do transfer, to make transfer, to sign players and sell players. He wanted this power. Because when you're making excuses for Erik Ten Hag, consider all those stuffs. Man, you had a player like Igba. What happened? He was sold to Ipswich, I think for, was it £700,000? It's only in the Manchester United they find crazy stuff like that. In Man City, they sell their players, their youth players, 10 million, 50 million pounds. Kopama went for 40 million. Trafford, that keeps for Birmingham and for Burnley, went for 15 million. I think the one that plays for Southampton, I'm forgetting his name, went for 10 million. But Ten Hag came into the club. Like, the fact that when you look at Ten Hag signing already, it tells you what sort of a manager he is. I won't lie to you guys. I will keep saying it. I was one of the person, that was rooting for Ten Hag to take the United's job because I believed what I saw in Ajax. I thought that was Ten Hag. The honest truth is that wasn't Ten Hag. It was not Ten Hag. That was the structure and the way Ajax plays football. That wasn't Ten Hag. Because I have never seen anything close to it. Only was time at United, it was far, far better than this guy. At least he had a pattern. He had a pattern of play. You want to say it's counter-attack. Yes, it's counter-attack. That is his own pattern of play. He won games. But the honest truth is, guys, man, Ten Hag, he just want a deluded person, man. I don't really know how United fans how they cope. I don't know how they cope. Now, you said when you compare it, like talking about injuries now, when you compare it with other managers, other teams, or previous manager in this club, you can see there's a future. It is a good balance in age in this squad. Then it says young players, middle-aged players, imagine when they are available, could easily have won from 100 games, 75. It is a big difference. Then it says, I think we played to a maximum level. If you take into respect the availability of the players, we missed so many key players over the part of the season. That's an excuse. And it says the performance we have seen when the players are available in January and February, the performance are very good. I don't know what this guy's talking about, man. And this is what I don't understand. I've watched almost all Manchester United football, and I don't really see what he's talking about. The only time Manchester United have actually played a proper football was when they played against Crystal Palace, I think in the Carabao Cup. And that match, Bruno Fernandes did not play that match. Marcus Rashford did not play that match. That is the only time I've seen them play a very good football. Now you are telling me the future is bright, and you are saying that there is no manager in the Premiership or no manager in the history of the club that is going to succeed with the kind of injury Manchester United are going through in the Premiership this season. That is what you believe. Yet, you keep Amrabat on the bench. You keep Ahmad. Pelistri was loaned. You sold Elanga. Because make this thing make sense to me, guys. This guy did not renew David De Gea's contract to go spend 50 million. 50 million. Spent it on Onana. This same guy could have easily signed Mason Mount this summer for free. For free. He went out, splashed out 65 million pounds on Mason Mount. He could have got him for free. When I'm talking about free, I mean free this summer. I think it was free in January, actually. January was in January. He signed Mason Mount. We haven't seen Mason Mount since then. We haven't. And the problem I'm having with Ten Hag is man management is very, 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 very poor. Very poor. You've got a player like Alejandro Garnacho. He's been overplayed. He's being overplayed. Ahmad was Sunderland's best player. I think he won the PFA player in the championship last season. And here is Ahmad not getting play time. Is he injured as well? No. It does not rate him. Pelistri was loaned out. He was loaned out. Pelistri was loaned out. Elanga was sold for £15 million and they spent £85 million on who? Anthony. This same guy as well. Loaned. Had issues with Sancho. Because if you had the likes of Sancho in the team, they could be doing things for you. And you get some deluded United fans, people like Magorbridge, talking rubbish of how Sancho disrespect the manager. It's busy linking Ten Hag has. So you're telling me Ten Hag did not disrespect Sancho as well? You have a manager that loaned, what's his name? Is it Fernandez? The left back that should be playing right back for them right now. Loaned him to Benfica. I think they sold him for $6 million, if I'm not mistaken. To Benfica. Because if that boy was in United, he should be playing the left back right now. He should be playing left back right now. He was on loan at Granada. Benfica came in. When you have a player that is on loan at Granada and another club comes in for him for a loan deal or to sign him, that should tell you this player have got potentials. But because Ten Hag is a bloody moron, he's a fraud, he's not a good coach, he does not see the potentials in this little boy. It does not see potentials in Pelistri. It doesn't see potentials in Ahmad as well. Make it make sense to me. And you go all about talking about injuries. Who are the people that are injured? Like, which players are injured that are like massive key in your team? Massive or important players in your team? Because for me, I know it's only Lisandro Martinez and Rasmus Højlund. The rest, you don't even play them. You don't. Even the player you signed for so much money, you're not using him. Amrabat, you bought Amrabat on loan. £10 million was spent to make that loan deal happen. How many games have Amrabat played? How many? The first game you play Amrabat, you play him as what? As a left back. Just make it make sense to me, guys. Make it make sense. The Anthony as well is signed for £85 million. He's on the bench. Rather, he goes for Scott McTominay. Honestly, if I was Serge Ratcliffe, man, it's long gone, man. It's long gone. And the honest truth is, guys, the set of players Manchester United have currently in that club, I'll tell you guys for free, there are managers out there that will get better results, better play style from those players. One is Unai Emery. Another one will be De Zerbi. Even Graham Potter, they say they don't want Graham Potter. Graham Potter will get better results from these players. Thomas Frank. You see that they are deluded fan base talking about how They don't want Thomas Frank in their team, in their like coaching their team. Yet they are bloody useless when it comes to like playing proper football. We see Thomas Frank and Brentford beating Liverpool with 30% football, beating Man U with 30% ball possession. Then you are there talking about how you want to keep Ten Hag, whereby can't even get a 30% ball possession against Manchester City. Like, tell me, Manchester City had more shots than their ball possession. That should tell you how bad that club is. Honestly, to tell you how bad they are. And you get their fans talking about, no, we don't want Gary Southgate. They don't want Potter. They don't want Deserbi. Is a risk. Is it that? Is this? Is that? Ten Hag is killing the culture of this football club. Ten Hag has been broken. He has been breaking record of 80-something, 80-42, 1972 record. He has been breaking it. And that was why I said he's busy breaking World War II records. And you still get some crazy fans talking about Ten Hag in, Ten Hag in, Ten Hag in. I will give you so many reasons why, if I was a United fan, I'll be Ten Hag out. So many reasons. They don't play good football. The signing Ten Hag made alone, that is a crime. You are signing players into the club with injuries. The signing he made alone is enough to sack him. Because when you look at an Hag, make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me. And the fact that their fan base are also so deluded, man. They work together, honestly. You get somebody like McGovern talking about, he does not rate Thuram, he does not rate James Maddison, he does not believe Tillemans is a good player. It's not madness. Because I can say it for free. Tillemans, James Maddison, Jim Ward-Prowse are better than whatever you guys have in your midfield currently. And that is honest truth. It's the same as saying Anthony Elanga is far, far better than whatever United have in their front line currently. For me, I just feel, what I feel is this. I just believe Sir Jim Ratcliffe, I just come to make that decision whereby he says to himself, the season is over. So we can't sack this guy now. Let him finish the season and he can go. Ten Hag is not the solution to United, honestly speaking. And I've been saying it. It might not be the problem. It might not be the problem, but the honest truth is this. It's not a solution either. Ten Hag cannot change this. He can't. It's only going to keep getting worse. He's only going to keep getting worse. So, if they know what they're doing, I just hope they've put plans in place to get rid of this manager, because he's honestly not good enough. And that is just the truth. That's the truth. It's not good enough. But all I will say is that That is my own opinion. Feel free. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys.